I still can't believe it. I feel like the Chanel police is gonna come after me right now. Hey everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. If you're new here, my name is Jasleen, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm super excited to do this video, and I know I said I wouldn't do any more unboxings like I'm done for the year, but we have another unboxing, as you can see, with the pile of bags over there in the corner. But just letting you know, I didn't spend any of my own money, and no money was spent except for maybe 2 small items. But I'm really excited to show you that. So as you know, my wallet on chain, if you watched my wallet on chain review, I had my wallet on chain given to Chanel for a repair, so I was going to come back on here and update you on that experience. Before I get started though, if you haven't entered my 1000 subscriber giveaway, go ahead and enter. Go watch that video. I'm going to insert the thumbnail here so you can look for it. Follow those instructions. That giveaway is going to be pretty good. So if you haven't entered already, go and enter. It's very simple, straightforward, and who knows, maybe it's your lucky chance to win this holiday. Okay, so we have these 3 bags. So I've got 2 from Chanel, 1 from Dior, and I'm just gonna get started and open the first one. So you're really not gonna believe this. Like, I'm still in shock, but anyway. No, I didn't find a unicorn item. Some people think that I found something extremely fabulous and something that's hard to find. No, but you're just not going to believe this story. So here's the box. My receipt is on the top. Beautiful packaging, beautiful box. And we're going to undo the ribbon. And I don't know if you guys are sick of me doing this. I'm kind of sick of filming unboxings. I think they're a little bit boring. They're easy to film because you're just unboxing and showing, hey, look what I've got. I feel they're boring to film, but they're fun to watch because I love watching these type of videos myself. Just gives me a window shopping experience from my own home without me having to spend my own money. But I love watching these, and these videos I think are the ones that get the most views. The audience retention is greater for those people who are searching for reviews because they're actually interested in learning about whatever that topic is. But anyway, here's the box. So there is on the top, there is a little care booklet. So it's a small leather good. And as you can see from the box, there's like little care instructions and all that in there. Here's my item. Inside, brand new in like the plastic. Sometimes it's not in the plastic, sometimes it's without the plastic, but this is that like care instruction card and booklet. And then one of you guys on Facebook said that you guys that you watched one of my videos, which is great, in the Canadian or the CC Addicted Canada group, said they watched my videos and that's how they came to know that they're supposed to get one of these, and apparently their sales associate didn't give them one of these. So I'm glad that it was informative so that you knew what to expect. Anyway, this is the item in its dust bag, and we're gonna pull it out, and here you go. That is a wallet on chain in black caviar leather with gold hardware. Now, you guys must be saying, well, don't you have one of these already? I do. I did. So if you watched my wallet on chain review, which many of you did appreciate, and I'm glad that that was helpful for you, you know that I took that item in for repair. And I wanted to take it in before, but you know, due to COVID and all that, I was told that the workshops were closed and it's best that I wait until they open. So anyway, I had scuffed the edges of the like right here, the caviar. I ended up scraping that along a zipper in one of my bags, and there were also some threads that were popping out. So if you want to go take a look, go watch that video. So I took it in to get repaired, and I was told, you know what, and I've had that wallet on chain for 5 years. Like, I've used that really well, and I love that bag, or small leather good. And they told me, okay, well, the threads are complimentary, so if the threads are coming out, you take them in, and then they go in and they sew it back on, or whatever the case, whatever they have to do. And then the edge painting, they called it the edge finishing, that is something I had to pay for. So when the repair was done, I would pay $148 Canadian. So they were going to send that to someone, I think locally. I don't think they were sending it to Paris. I'm not sure. So anyway, so it was about a month and a half, and I didn't get any call back that it was ready, and I wasn't in a rush, but I was missing it. There were a few occasions where I was like, shit, I really wish I had this little piece, because it's so easy to just wear crossbody, go shopping, etc., without having to take a huge handbag. So I got a text from my sales associate, and I still couldn't believe it. He's like, so I'm just updating you about the repair. They said that they couldn't repair all of the threads, the loose threads that were coming out, and there is an option. Either you can take your old wallet on chain back, or you can exchange it for the same item. And I'm like, whoa, what? I can get a new one? And they were like, yep, you can swap it out, we can give you a brand new one. Who does that? What company does that? I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I guess I'll take the new one. And at first I'm like, okay, that seems so wrong. Like, I feel like I did something wrong. But I was talking to a few of you guys on Instagram, and I told you this, and they're like, and I sent them, like, I'm like, this is what they're saying. And yeah, so apparently I got to choose a brand new wallet on chain. Like, I still can't believe it. I feel like the Chanel police is gonna come after me right now and say, excusez-moi, madame. You must return the wallet on chain and take your own. I don't know. I don't know why they did this, but apparently they got an email from corporate and told them that they're not able to repair the item, that there's a defect of some sort. Although, I mean, I use that thing a lot. I didn't think there was a defect with it. And hopefully they're not watching this video. And they told them, they said, please let your customer know that they can exchange it for a new one. And if they choose to go for a new one, to destroy the old one. So I'm like, my old wallet on chain is going to get destroyed. And I don't know, I feel like I really bonded with that wallet on chain. Like, I have so many like memories with it. I've traveled with it, and it doesn't sit well with me that it's being destroyed. I gotta come to my senses. I got a brand new wallet on chain, okay? I was a little bit apprehensive, not apprehensive. The wallet on chain that I got was a made in France piece. And I remember when I purchased that, first of all, stock was really low in boutiques and they didn't have any. And then when they did have it, they only had one that was made in France, and I took it because I was like, I want a made in France piece, even though it doesn't matter. Now I know that a lot of SLGs are made in Spain, and I'm like, okay, I can take made in Italy, but I don't really want made in Spain, even though it doesn't matter. But I went into boutique, I met with my SA, and he pulled out 3 of these. So black caviar with gold hardware. So I had to get the exact same product. At first I was thinking, should I get lambskin? Because I remember I talked about lambskin being amazing. But then I spoke to a few of you and you're like, no, just get the same thing that you got. So I was like, okay, fine. And I don't think I could have changed the leather. I had to get the caviar. But this is it. Like, it's brand spanking new. Nothing different. If you watch my review, then I've talked about this bag, but this is much newer. It's not stretched out at all. No scuffs, no threads. Stickers are still on the front. I open it up. Now, here's the thing. I got the newer version. So remember in my previous video I talked about I had the older version with the snap button, and now the newer versions, I think as of last year, they have a magnetic closer. So that's why I felt kind of weird when I opened it. I'm like, wait, this feels different. It's got a magnetic closure, so it's much easier to open and close. I don't have to push it in, which is great. That's amazing that I got this. And the zipper pulls here are now metal instead of being a little leather tab, which is luxurious. It's better than before. Still, it has the pocket going all the way down the back, which is, you know, I love that pocket. I store secret things in there, like passports and cash when I'm traveling. The back pocket I put in my parking ticket or hotel card key. Inside, I've got the chain. So it's the same gold hardware, shiny yellow gold, which is very, very lovely. Inside, I have the card slots, and they've got little paper cards in there. And then here you've got a zipper compartment in there. And then I have my authenticity card, and it's a 29 series. It's a 29 series. That goes in so. The little zippers say CC on the both sides, I think. Yes, CC on both sides. There's still stickers on top of it, but little CC on the end. And on the magnetic closure, if you want to see, it says Chanel. And inside, this is a made in France piece, which is so amazing and lovely. So I got made in France piece, and there's like a little slip pocket in there. So aside from the little changes that I pointed out, the review that I did, if you want information on the wallet on chain, go watch that, because I went into in depth. There's nothing really that different with this newer piece, except I had 3 to choose from. There was one made in Italy piece, and there were 2 made in France pieces. So I took the made in Italy piece and I put it aside. The 2 made in France pieces were literally like identical. I couldn't choose between the 2, even though I had a choice. I was looking at them, I'm like, which one, and they're both the same. Like, I was like, don't, just show me one and I'll take it. I had to play eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Really no difference between all of the leathers. I did notice though that the newer ones compared to my old one, these quilts are a lot puffier. I don't know if you can tell, but it just feels like more padded than my previous one. My previous one had some subtle puffiness, but it was more flat. And that's, I guess, how wallet on chains were supposed to be. I mean, they're not as puffy as, say, classic flaps, but I feel like this quilting is now the same puffiness as classic flaps. And I don't know if that's a good thing or if that's a bad thing. I mean, I liked how it was kind of flat on my previous wallet on chain, but apparently that's how they are. And I looked at a few photos online, and that's what it is. I did notice, even being new, remember when I talked about that little sort of dip coming up here because of the chain, like it kind of pulls on the end there? I did notice it. I don't know if I'm crazy, but I did notice that it does have a little bit of it on the edges. It's not completely flat, and all of them had that. It wasn't like completely square, so it hasn't worn out as much. And I think, I mean, I don't know how I will counteract that. Some people put those little silicone forefoot pads that you put in your shoes for the ball of your foot. They'll cut it up and they put one here. And I don't know if I want to stick anything on the leather. I'm gonna ask M Boutique. You know that I mentioned them in that video. I purchased, this is before I started YouTube, like I found them on Etsy and I purchased a base shaper for my wallet on chain. Let me show you the base shaper. This is the base shaper. So I purchased it from M Boutique on Etsy, and I recommend, if you get a wallet on chain or any other bag that has like a leather, single layer of leather on the bottom, just to reinforce it, to prevent any sagging, you can stick that base shaper down into the bag. And that way it expands the bottom, and then you can get a lot more stuff in, and it keeps its structure, which is really nice. Keeps a nice like square shape. So this fits perfectly, and I store it with that in there. But I'm gonna ask if maybe they can think of something that they can put, like, I don't know, maybe like a tube or something that you could clip around the strap, and that way it's not directly pushing on the leather, that it's pushing on the tube. I don't know if that will help, but I'll ask them and see maybe if they can fabricate something like that, or ask their opinion. So I do have their walk shaper for the wallet on chain, and I also have a base for my boy bag, and I still have to get back to them about creating a base shaper for some of my other bags. I have a seasonal bag from Chanel that I want to get one made for, and then I have to get one for my Deauville tote. So I still have to, I've just been swamped, and I haven't had a chance to talk to them, but I'm super excited. Like, I don't know. And I told my husband, and I'm like, why are they giving me a new one? And my husband's like, maybe because you're on YouTube, maybe because you're an influencer. And I'm like, well, I do have 1,700 subscribers. Which, I mean, if you haven't already, go hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button to be notified every time I upload a new video. So, you know, if you enjoy this type of videos, and I think you're gonna like it here. But I doubt they know who I am. I doubt that they know that I have videos. So, no, I don't think that they know who I am, but that would be funny if they did. But no, I guess apparently it was defective and they decided to replace it. So some of my friends on here were saying, hey, like, you know, they're probably replacing it because you paid 10 times more than what it costs to make one. But nevertheless, I'm thrilled to have this back in my collection. I wish I could have, I mean, maybe shown you the repair of my last one, because I was curious to know what the edge painting would be like, but apparently it is possible. So if you do scuff your caviar or your lambskin, they can do it for a fee. And this is why I didn't want to attempt it myself. Although the grounds for replacing this wasn't because of the scuffs, it was because of the threads that were sticking out. This is kind of why I've been so dedicated to this brand, is because this isn't my only repair experience. Like, I've had repairs done before, and I mean, I'll get into a previous repair, like my jumbo flap, for instance, had a stitch that was missing that I discovered right when I was about to use it, and it was about a year after I purchased it, and I took it into boutique, and after a couple of months they said, you know what, this is not something that is worth it for us to repair, so we're just going to give you a new one. And other repair experiences that I've had before too, like, have been very positive, and that's kind of why I've stuck to the brand. I haven't had such a good experience with Louis Vuitton. So some of you do ask me, like, how come you don't have a lot of Louis Vuitton pieces? And I think that's kind of why, because I was rubbed the wrong way in a couple of instances. So anyway, super excited to have this back in my collection. I did miss this bag a lot, I won't lie, but you know, I'm excited to wear this again. Okay, so I'm going to show you the next item that I purchased, and it's a small item, so here it is. And as you know, I purchased the Iridescent mini or small, the one with 6 quilts across, 20K Coco handle. And if you want to see that video, I'll link it in the description box and you can go check it out. But when I was there, they didn't really have anything for me of this sort. And so when I was there, I was looking for a little item while I was there, while I had the bag. And if you know this type of packaging, this is a flat box for their scarves and twillies. So here is my receipt. And I purchased this with the store credit that I had left. So I'm going to undo the ribbon. Here is the box. It's very lightweight. There's tissue paper. We're going to open this up. Here is a little twilly. So when I was purchasing the Coco handle, I was looking at some of the selection they had, and there was nothing really that would go with this bag. Now, when I went in, I didn't have a bag on me, but I thought this would go. So this is a really beautiful pink and blue. So this is what it looks like. It's got CCs. It's kind of like this cartoony chain. And then on the other side, there's like a little heart with the CC, and then the flip pattern is on the back in blue. And I remember my sales associate saying, you know, blue would look so nice, because that Iridescent Coco handle, it's still in the box. I'm not going to take it out again. I'll probably do like a twilly tying video at some point, but I'm just too lazy to take it out of the box. But if you can imagine, she said a blue would look really nice. So this is 100% silk. And at first I contemplated just making my own twilly, getting silk of my own and sewing it, and I might do that, but I thought I'd get the Chanel version. So I think it'll look super, super nice. I think with the blue as well, like just going around the handle, will look super pretty. I think what my sales associate was saying is that these are quite long. So the Coco handle on the smaller mini is really small, so I'd have to wrap it really, really tightly or tie a big bow or something. So I'll figure it out, and then I'll do a video on how to tie these if I'm good at it in any way. But I'll watch a few videos and I'll try to replicate that. So this is this item. The next item. Okay, so I walked over to Dior and I went over to the other Chanel. I went to see if they had anything new, and then I went to Dior, and then I was done for the day because I did a full day of work, and then I went straight to the boutique to go pick up the wallet on chain before they changed their mind. But I went in and I saw an item that I was looking for so long, since the summer, and they were sold out everywhere. So if you haven't watched my video reviewing the Lady Dior, I have my ABC Lady Dior in the size small in the color Fard. Some of you have messaged me about it and asking me what my thoughts are on that bag, and if you haven't watched that review, I urge you to go watch it. I think it's like one of my most viewed videos. Right now I'm at like 11,000 views on that video, and I think it's helped quite a few people. So I featured that bag and I featured this item in that video as well, and I regretted not purchasing a second one when I purchased it, and then I decided to get a second one and they told me they were out of stock. Anyway, I walked in and I just asked them for the Twilly. In Dior they call it a Mitzah, so M-I-T-Z-A-H, and I saw it, as I was asking, I saw it in the corner of my eye, and I'm like, that one, do you guys have? And she's like, yeah, we do, we just got them in. And she's like, do you have the Fard Lady Dior? And I'm like, yes. And she's like, this is the one that goes perfectly with that color. So on the Dior packaging, I've never ever received this little star. I never have. Anytime I purchased, currently have 2 Dior bags. I have Dior belt, I have 2 pairs of Dior shoes. Yeah, I've never received this. And I've never received the special Christmas packaging, like, ever. Like, I always just got the plain packaging. But I was so happy to get this star, and I'm very grateful. I mean, I know it's nothing, but it's a nice little touch, right? So this is the star. It's like metal, and on the back it says Dior. Okay, so I will undo. How did they get this on here? Okay, I can't be bothered to take that off. But here is my receipt, and in here I have a little box. So this is for, again, the Mitzah Twilly. So it's a little cylinder box. It says Dior on there. And I've never received this box either, because when I purchased my bag, they tied it for me and they didn't give me this. Let me go bring that bag out. Okay, so this is how I store my Lady Dior. So I currently don't have the strap attached, it's all inside, but this is the bag, and I have this Mitzah. I decided to tie it as a big bow, and I did it once and it turned out wonderful, and I've never undid it. But I wanted to get one for the handle, and I might actually take this off and put one on one handle and the one on the other handle and maybe tie a bow, or I might just take it into Dior and they can do it for me. So here is the box. Scarf is inside, or Mitzah is inside, and here it is. So it says Christian Dior on one side, and then it has the Toit de Juillet print on the other side. So it is a classic print from their archives, so they do bring it back time to time. Currently there is a navy blue, and then there's also a light gray, which I think is very, very pretty. You can wear this on your hand, you can wear it as like a headband, and this is also 100% silk. So this is the exact same. She's like, it should be the exact same. It looks like it. I mean, it is. It's the same width and everything, same print. It's the exact same scarf. I'm super happy that I got this. I posted this on my Insta story, so if any of you guys are looking for this, because I know 2 of you did purchase this bag after I recommended it, and you guys were also looking for this Mitzah. They have them now in Canada, but I'll insert the item code in here somewhere. so you can search for it yourself. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Again, the only things that I spent money on were this, and I mean this because I found it, and then the Chanel Twilly, which is here. So hopefully I made good choices. And the wallet on chain was completely free. I mean, the price has gone up on this. This is currently $33.45 Canadian plus 13% tax. And at the time that I purchased it, it was $2,600 plus tax. So, you know, I guess it was a win-win situation. So I'm happy that I have the newer version, even though I was so in love with the one that I already had. I didn't have any issues with it, aside from the scuffs that I put on the caviar. But the reason why this was replaced was because of the threads that were coming out, and apparently, I don't know, like, I mean, I was talking to some of you and I was like, this is also suspicious. Like, why would they give me a new one? Like, this is not something that I would think that they would do, especially after 5 years of using it. And I'm like, did they botch my old one? Like, did they ruin it? And they're like, oh shit, we just have to give her a new one now. But I asked them, like, did they, like, I mean, was there an accident with it? Like, that's why. And they're like, no, it doesn't say. They're just saying that they found that the tension on the thread wasn't right and they couldn't repair it. So I don't know, I'm still doubtful. Again, I'm still paranoid that the Chanel police is going to come after me, but I have the wallet on chain back in my life, so I'm really, really happy about that. If you're new here and you haven't already, do hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, give it a thumbs up, hit the bell notification button to get notified every time I do upload a new video. And after this, we're going to follow up with some more reviews, and I know you guys like those type of videos, even though you like unboxings more, but I want to do more reviews. Before I start rambling, because I'm just so excited, I will see you in my next video. Bye.